came together. The acrobatic stuff, the hardcore stuff, the show element, the new generation, guys like Ricardinho, Erland, that won the previous two editions, they can do all of that. So they're not really choosing a side anymore. They're like all-round ultimate freestylers.
When I started, my mom was giving me $1 every day to go to school, to buy a sandwich, to buy a drink or something, but I didn't spend that money and save it for the weekend. I was going to the internet cafe to watch again all the videos of Ronaldinho commercials, so I put them in slow motion to understand the movement he was doing. So in the beginning, I think was really important internet to more people know about this sport.
When I started freestyle, we had to figure out everything by ourselves. You know, there was not like, oh, when you want to go with your leg 3 times around the ball, you have to do first this, then that. It didn't work like that. It was just trial and error. But now there's so much information on the internet. There's academies, you got tutorials.
Bienvenidos a un nuevo video, un nuevo tutorial. Esta vez les voy a estar enseñando un truco que se llama AMAT o Alternative Mitch Around the World.
Skill-wise, this new generation is like crazy talented. They're way better at, let's say, 18 years old than my generation was at 18. And I'm sure the next generation will be even crazier at 18. So it's almost scary to see how good some of these people are at such a young age. The internet definitely helped freestyle grow faster and helped people be aware of like the possibilities that are out there in terms of tricks. Some kid can create a crazy new trick today, post it on Instagram, and then maybe one of the cool freestyle pages will like repost it, and then the whole community will see it and be like, damn, what the hell, that's crazy, I gotta try that. And then someone else might try it and like even improve on it or something.
All right, semifinals coming up with Erland and Ricardinho.
For example, Erland Fagerli, he has a certain signature trick, and he uploaded a few different versions on Instagram of this trick. Everybody was really excited. They were like, oh, this is amazing. This is a new trick.
It's going to be a tough one to judge, I tell you.
But in the meanwhile, Ricardinho has copied his trick, but he improved it.
Oh, the reply! The reply! The reply! I love that. Ricardinho is on fire. He can match Erland. Oh la la, it's like, what you do, man?
Oh boy, it's on. Andrew just freaking out up there in the judges' box.
1-0 for Erland. It's going to be 3-2 for sure.
Ricardinho.
For sure, Ricardinho is going to go through. I feel it.
This is the classic example of be careful what you give away.
Oh, good call, Sean Garnier. The psychic in Miami. Ricardinho goes through to the final.
In this case, he was beaten by his own move in the semi-final of the World Championship.
And that shows, even if Erland was a little bit more creative, just the fact to reply to your opponent give you the right way to go through. Look how he's walking as a champion. But it's not finished, it's only the semi-final, right?
Yeah, he's got one more.
But in general, it's way easier to improve, and it's also, I would say, way more fun to start because you have so much stuff going on that you just want to, start, pick up a ball and practice.
If you don't have social media and you're the world's best freestyler, you won't make any money. It doesn't just automatically translate to like more opportunity. You don't, instantly just like get $1 million overnight. Oh yeah. Oh, there's yeah. There's people that have made over $1 million for sure, like in freestyle. Yeah, all the opportunities that come in are literally just based off how many followers, how many views, how much engagement, likes, whatever. Even if it's not, the way I wish it was, that's unfortunately how it is these days.
I just hit 200K. Let's go.
Quite a few freestylers that think that they can just be an Instagram freestyler and they don't need competitions. But to get the respect from the community, you have to show what you can do on the stage.
Look at that, she threw the ball.
I think competition pushes it more personally, just because, yeah, you could do something on camera that took you 1,000 attempts, which is also impressive. But to me, it's the people that can really just do it under pressure on stage with, a couple thousand people right there watching it, and like you only have one chance to nail it. You got to nail it. Like, it still gives me goosebumps to see that.
J'ai commencé, les réseaux sociaux n'existaient pas. Il n'y avait que Facebook. YouTube, ça a commencé. Je faisais des shows dans la rue pour pouvoir manger. Et j'étais très heureuse parce que je m'en foutais de l'argent. Je faisais pas ça pour l'argent, je faisais ça pour la passion. J'ai remarqué que c'est devenu une passion à partir du moment où, au lieu d'aller au lycée avec mes affaires d'école, j'avais mon ballon dans le sac et j'allais pas en cours. Je m'entraînais de 9h du matin à 17h, je reprenais le bus et je rentrais à la maison. Et ma mère croyait que j'étais à l'école. Et en fait, je progressais tellement vite que je me suis dit, si je continue à progresser comme je progresse aujourd'hui, je sais que je peux vivre du freestyle. Et en fait, ma mère était très déçue. Elle m'a dit, tu partiras pas de l'école si t'as pas ton bac. Et je lui ai dit, moi, je veux vivre du freestyle. Donc j'ai pris mon sac à dos, j'ai fraudé le train, et je suis partie à Paris. J'avais pas de toit, j'avais pas d'argent pour dormir, donc je dormais à la gare de Lyon. Donc j'ai commencé à faire des street shows à Paris, à la Tour Eiffel, au Trocadéro. Et j'ai eu de la chance, c'est que ça a marché très rapidement. Au mois d'août, j'ai fait une vidéo qui a fait un buzz international. J'ai commencé à être appelée par les télés du monde entier et ça a démarré vraiment super vite. Je suis partie de chez ma mère fin juin et au mois de septembre, je commençais ma carrière. Alors que ça faisait même pas 1 an que je faisais du freestyle. Moi, mon but, c'était de devenir la freestyleuse la plus titrée au monde. J'ai atteint mon objectif l'année dernière.
All right, coming up now, Melody. And she is up against Aguska, our reigning women's Red Bull Street Style World Final Champion. And already the drama is starting on stage. Oh my goodness. And here we go. Aguska starts us off.
Okay, she starts with the combo to impress Melody, I know. It's gonna be a mental battle. Okay, Melody's gonna reply. Look at that, she threw the ball. Jordan Soul. Wow, nice control. Nice move, Aguska is really strong. The level is so high right now. Yeah, all right.
All right, so the big call, it's up to the judges now.
He's playing with the heart, he's playing with...
Oh my.
He's playing with me.
That is mean.
Melody!
No!
Je suis l'une des plus âgées des compétitrices. Les autres participantes ont moins de 25 ans. Donc là, je me dis que je vais laisser la place aux jeunes.
3 times the Red Bull Street Style World Final Champion. She did it.
Je suis la plus titrée au monde. J'ai atteint mon objectif, j'ai plus rien à prouver. J'ai prouvé qui j'étais.
In the eyes of the people, freestyle is just doing tricks with the ball. If you really think deeper inside you and you think, why I'm doing this sport? It's because I want to be different than anybody else, and I want to use that ball as a tool to touch other people.
I think just being happy is progress. Being happy and working on your own goals, whether that's what everyone thinks you should be doing or not, if that's what makes you feel good, go for it.
It's fantastic what the sport has become. It's almost too good to almost believe it's real. It's like a computer game with unlimited levels. You can never finish the game. There will always be new stuff, new influences. So the sport will always progress every year.
If you are watching that and you don't know how we are doing these tricks with the ball, it's just simple. Take your ball, go out in your garden, train 24 hours. Go on internet, check any single people who's doing like you, try to meet them. You will see we have all the same passion with the ball. That's how we are here, and that's what drives us together. And one day you're going to be on the Red Bull Street Style competition, and we're going to connect each other. See you.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the biggest drift event that Europe has ever seen. You can hear the V8 scream, fire back once again. Oh, wow, big accident.
It's a hard game when the days are bad, but damn, it's a good day when the days are good.
Honestly, when I was growing up, I never really thought about progression.
Hi, Dad, Mom. Hi, Dad, Mom.
All I thought about was being the best skier in the world, period. I think when I was younger, ignorance was bliss. Now the conversation has definitely shifted. You know, there's a lot of different ways that you can find progression in every sport. From training techniques, mental health, women having the same rights as men, finding different ways to be faster, better, stronger. If you think that what you're doing right now is a status quo and that's as good as it gets, then you're already behind.
Bam. Okay, both cameras are rolling. We're ready to go.
All right, starting from the top.
The first bicycle-shaped invention appeared in Germany in 1817.
The running machine, or velocipede. Did I say that word right? Velocipede? Had 2 wheels and a seat.
Pedals and the word bicycle were invented by the French in the 1860s. But it wasn't until the penny farthing with its mismatched wheels that cycling became popular.
And over the next 100 years, bicycles conquered the world.
It wasn't until the late 70s, though, that the first purpose-built mountain bikes were being manufactured. In the mid-80s, a club called the Laguna Rads took their mountain bikes on a weekly ride that went off the map. On Vancouver, British Columbia's North Shore, the locals weren't just breaking new trails, they were adding to the terrain. This was the birth of freeriding, when going fast on natural terrain took a backseat to creativity and amplitude.
I think experimentation is a big part of progress. No one tries something new and is automatically the right move. You know, you need to have a bit of trial and error, and there's always going to be a learning curve. There's always going to be moments of failure. But again, it's the continuous effort to try to move forward and find something better that's the critical component.
The people who were crazy enough to have this amazing idea to hold this big mountain freeride bike competition in southern Utah, they were straight up trying to mimic what they saw and what they were inspired by from big mountain ski competitions. It's a really authentic form of progression. People were really motivated by curiosity, but it was like pioneering a new planet.
The jagged, unrelenting landscape of virgin Utah, to some uninviting and nearly impossible to navigate. But to the elite in freeride mountain biking, it is a paradise to push the limits of impossible. We welcome everyone watching worldwide to the Red Bull Rampage.
Red Bull Rampage is the hugest freeride mountain bike event on the planet. There is only one event of its kind, and it only takes place once a year.
People take photos just looking at the cliffs and ridges. It takes your breath away. Once you add the rider and a contest and a venue, then it makes sense on why it's so big.
The scale and the scope of this 1,000+ vertical feet behind us.
The emotions and the vibes that you feel being at the top of Rampage is like no other place.
Yeah, the nerves are there, definitely. You're watching the wind.
You have multiple helicopters flying around, you have announcers, you have 3,000+ fans.
You literally feel like if you're not on your game, this could be the last time you play the game.
No! It's oddly silent. You're so focused on the task at hand, whether that be your line or the trick you're doing, that it's just silent. And it's a pretty insane feeling until you get to the bottom, and then everything comes back. It's almost like the mute gets turned back off and
straight euphoria.
It has become the biggest event in mountain biking since its start in 2001. When Rampage came about, my dad had found out about it and he goes, "I think you should try this." And I was like, "Yeah, I did it one drop one time. I think I got it."
Kyle Strait is probably the one individual who is most synonymous with Rampage.
He's been doing it since he was 14, which is incredible.
He's the only rider who has competed in every single Rampage that has ever been held.
Yeah, I think he's a legend in that aspect, pushing the sport harder than ever today.
This is the first time I've ever done anything of this kind of thing, like drops and stuff.
Back then it was such a early stage of Rampage, but it was like, hey guys, good luck. Here's your parameters of where you can go. Try your best. We were all just trying to figure out what was possible. We didn't know how big we could go. We didn't know how much speed you needed for any drop. There was a big question mark there. I think terrain plays a major role in any sports progression, because if it was just all boulders out there only at Rampage, then the progression would be a lot slower. I mean, that place hurts to crash at, but at the same time, in certain areas, the dirt's actually pretty soft.
I think that progress can be found by intent or by accident. I mean, I think it's a matter of continuously trying to find those things that you hopefully will, whether accident or not, find the solution.
The pivotal moment for the progression of line building at Red Bull Rampage came when magically, all of a sudden, 2004, water decided to fall from the sky in the desert. All of a sudden you realize, well, that drop was too flat to ride before. Maybe we can get in there with some water and build a landing steep enough to where you're not gonna slow down so much when you land that you get pitched over the bars. And the light bulb went off. These riders realized the interpretation of this terrain isn't just how you ride it. It can be what you want to create in it. The rain falling from the sky led to biggest features that had ever been seen. After the 2004 event was so successful, all the riders, the event organizers, they kind of looked around at each other and they're like, to be able to push this to the next level again, we got to find a new venue. This one has been tapped. But another thing that happened is the new discipline of slopestyle was born.
This is the biggest mountain bike slopestyle contest in the world.
They did the first one in Whistler, and that dirt experiment of slopestyle was so successful that that sport blew up. Events took place all over the world. Those are years where the sport of mountain bike slopestyle was just bubbling over with progression. New riders came on the scene.
Let's get behind him right now for Brandon Salmona.
2005, 2006, 2007, the search continued. And in 2008, a new venue was found, and big surprise, right across the street in Virgin, Utah. That was when everybody realized that this event has so much to do with this terrain. This is a unique place in the world.
The amount that this sport has changed in the last 4 years since the previous Red Bull Rampage is insane.
Taking 3 years off of Rampage to find a new venue created this crazy scenario where some new riders were at the top of that mountain with new approaches based on their slopestyle upbringing. Riders like Brandon Salmona, who at 17 won the event in 2008, doing tricks the whole way down the train. Once the tricks became a big part of the puzzle for Rampage, it changed the judging forever. It became a matter of if you're not tricking something, you're pretty much forfeiting your chance of winning the event. You did see riders coming from the slopestyle arena going like, well, I know how I'm gonna put my fingerprint on this sport. I'm gonna bring single crown fork and I'm gonna do tail ups, I'm gonna do bar spins, and I'm gonna, blow the doors off of what's possible out here. Slopestyle is done on smaller bicycles with single crown forks that can do bar spins and do tail whips.
A dual crown has the stanchions above the frame, so you can't turn the bars all the way around.
The progression in bike design wasn't really there yet. The bikes that could accommodate a single crown fork weren't long travel enough to really be at home in the Rampage environment.
I think there's a lot of times ideas that, we think of that we know could help a certain area of sport, but the technology's not there, or the money's not there, or just the situation has not been able to come together to create what could make improvements. That's just the reality, and you can't always do what you want to do.
If we get in a month before anyone shows up, we've got a build crew of about 8. Half of that crew does the woodwork and half of that crew does the dirt.
Man-made features at Rampage are pretty controversial, but I think they were also very necessary to once again prove what was possible. Something like the Oakley Icon Sender. Nobody was building drops that big out of the material that was there naturally.
So Zink is definitely going to try and thread the needle. Come on. Yes! Yes! Oh, Cameron Zink!
He ended up on ESPN's top 10 plays of the day because it was so mind-blowing. It was so unlike anything anybody had ever seen on a bicycle.
This could potentially be the biggest error in freeride mountain bike history.
Cam Zink upside down with he gets it! He landed the flip! Cam Zink just landed the biggest step-down backflip in two-wheeled history!
How they judge the event at Rampage is really huge on what the future may hold for Rampage. I mean, once they get those scores out, that changes the face of Rampage. So however they judge is however the event will be in the future. There's no stopping anything, right? So you're either part of it or you're not.
Here he goes, Kyle straight, no hander inside, no hander, lands that perfect!
Then that kind of got actually into a wrong pathway of being forced to ride specific features that were already built because of time frame of not being able to build enough. It actually made a lot of the riders go in specific areas where you're like, well, this is where we have to go, whether that was a canyon gap or a big drop.
I mean, I think that in some ways terrain can help sports. I think sometimes people try to manufacture terrain and it can go the opposite way. For example, I know in skiing, like some of the courses weren't quite as difficult, so they would add, manufactured terrain, and that actually made it pretty dangerous. I myself crashed in one of those scenarios. So sometimes it just naturally, it doesn't work. You're forcing something.
The wooden features were necessary at the time to show what was possible. But I also think when they were removed, it was a good plan as well, because at Rampage, one of its original strengths is the fact that every rider has the opportunity to identify and create and perform their own interpretation of the hill. And I think 2016 was one of those very pivotal moments. It was the year when the wood was once again gone. If you were to have looked at that venue before all that progression had taken place, there's no way anybody would think it was possible to hold a Rampage there.
3, 2, 1.
The riders mentally were ready to pick lines down this mountain that were incredibly ambitious builds and do that without wood. As soon as the event that year was so successful, it was clear to everybody that this is the way Rampage should be, and is probably going to be now for the foreseeable future. For so many years, there wasn't a scene for women in freeride. Every once in a while, you'd have one individual who'd go out there and stomp a killer line. Rachel Atherton comes to mind. But there wasn't a scene behind it. It was kind of more of an anomaly, like, wow, did you see what she did?
Increasing women in sports and diversity within sports is such a critical component to progressing. And if no one's out there doing it, then kids don't think that that's even a possibility and they don't even try.
Can you please do 3 claps in front of your face? My first time going to Utah was in 2018, and my friends who were boys, they really wanted to go see the Rampage sites and ride there, but I thought it was gonna be like way too gnarly. Hello, camera. We're doing a thing.
I'm gonna be right on you.
Okay.
Sender. Oh yeah, Berg! I could see your confidence.
I just was loving it. We rode for like a week straight, and I was like having so much fun riding there. and I posted some videos, and I think that's how Katie kind of saw that I was interested in freeride. In 2019, she invited me to be a part of the first Red Bull formation. Red Bull formation is a freeride progression session for women that takes place in Virgin, Utah, in the same venues that Red Bull Rampage also takes place, and it was originated by Katie Holden. Prior to the first year when Katie was trying to make it happen, a lot of people doubted that women would be able to ride that stuff and that they would want to ride that stuff.
I mean, I think there's levels of doubt in sports. I mean, I faced it my whole career. I think when I first started racing on men's skis, everyone laughed at me for doing it. And then I think I won the first race by like a second and a half, and no one was laughing then.
3, 2, 1.
I had definitely had doubts and I was nervous, but I also was really motivated to sort of prove that we could do it.
The jewels in the safe. Pull up to the scene with an S on my kick. Ain't talking just to talk, you see it on my face.
If you've said something cruel to me, I will never forget it, and I will always use it to push myself harder, to work harder, to overcome whatever obstacle you think it is that I can't overcome.
I was thinking of going more left. Is that going to put me over in the bushes? This is the warm-up. This is you guys remembering how to ride your bike. I think I need to do some whips, have some fun.
It's not a competition. It's just a progression session. So it's a place where we can all be a part of this event, but not have to worry about being compared necessarily to each other via competition. We have a lot of time and opportunities to connect with other athletes and really spend time chatting with them, learning about them. We have these really powerful discussions about our experiences and goals and expectations for the sport and how we want to collaborate to help it progress.
Yes! The format of formation is really the right way to do it, and the rate of progression is so fast. It's only existed for a few years now, and it's gaining a lot of steam.
The lines that we rode in 2021 were gnarlier, bigger, longer, had more technical features, bigger jumps. When I was growing up in freestyle skiing, if you were to be a professional athlete in the ski world, as a female, you would be racing. And kind of the same for bikes too. Like there was only a handful of women that were like free riders. Now that is changing. After going to formation, it showed that there would be space for women to pursue freeride as a career option instead of having to follow the race pack. It's kind of just a snowball effect. You have more women doing it, and that creates more role models for the next generation. Then you get more support from brands in the industry. Social media has a bit of a role in that as well. Like women can just have a platform to instantly share what they're doing, and that in turn inspires more women to do the same.
Social media has been a huge player in my career. I have a folder on my phone just labeled Trick Inspiration, and I'll go on there and when I'm riding and watch videos over and over and, you know, analyze it and try to do it on my bike. This is one of my favorite tricks. The 9 o'clock knife.
Nobody else can do that trick on a mountain bike like Jackson Riddle.
All right, so one hand seat grab. I was kind of scrolling through, looking for inspiration for Rampage, and found that one, and I was like, I gotta do one of those at the bottom.
Hey! Huge Superman seat grab one-hander on the trick jump.
My tricks, I kind of, you know, I pull a lot of inspiration from freestyle motocross, so I think all the sports together kind of ties in super well and allow me to progress fast and super crucial in keeping freeride fresh.
The progression of tricks has finally reached this point where you're actually seeing the tricks from slopestyle.
Because of the limitations in some areas of sport, sometimes it takes the right person at the right time to see that that is a possibility, and that person makes it happen.
What we saw from Brandon Semenuk in the 2021 Rampage, we're finally there.
Chance for history. Brandon Semenuk, defending champ, drops in.
He has a long travel downhill bike with a long travel single crown fork that is stiff enough to ride just like a dual crown, and it enables him to do bar spins and tail ups and all the variations.
There we go. He's going right to the top of the lane. Smooth. What do we got? There it is. The first Rampage injury. Tail whip off of a flat drop. He's got the bike set up for it. What do we have? Backflip, tail whip up to the pedals. Oh man, it has happened. Brandon Semenuk has brought a single crown and put it to use.
A couple different directions that Rampage still has room to progress in, but the door has been blown open in that particular direction. When we're looking back in another 15 years, we're gonna notice that was the time when all this other stuff was proven to be possible.
I think there's very few times when you've actually reached your maximum and there's no more glass ceiling to break. I think it's very rare that you would find that because everyone's different and everyone has a different path and everyone pushes the boundaries of progress differently.
You know what? A few years ago, I would have said the future of freeride mountain biking in that terrain is kind of a question mark because it didn't seem like there was a lot of young blood really flocking to it. But now there's so much interest from the youngsters that I think it's just going to be a snowball effect that attracts more riders and pushes the progression of freeride mountain biking in big mountain terrain further than we ever thought possible.
I think the sport is headed in a really positive direction. We're going to see more women featured in these major media projects and films. A lot of these freeride spaces that have typically only been for men.
It's growing in all different directions, and I think people are coming into it with different outlooks.
And I think you'll see the gap of the level of riding between men and women closing. There will be women doing things just as big and gnarly as the men. Women are capable of doing all of the things that the men are capable of.
I think progression stops the second that you stop wanting to grow. For me, I'll always want to be better. I'll always want to push myself, and I don't know when that'll ever stop.
So humans are so weird. We are these weird, weird creatures. Once we've accomplished something that is amazing, we're not satisfied with that accomplishment if we see somebody else do something more amazing.
Progress is also just evolution. People want to get better. They want to get smarter. They want to get faster. They want to win more. I think that's just a natural instinct that pretty much everyone has. So it's not exclusive just to sports. I think sports is just a way to magnify it and show it to the world.
Not only the history of mountain biking, but just the history of overambitious humans in general proves that there's no limit to progression. You can always go off of something bigger. You can always do a trick that's more difficult. There's no end.
He's a winner last year, looking to hang on this year.
In hard enduro, you need to make the impossible possible. Achieving the finish is such a goal for everybody.
In all my years racing this race, I've never seen anything like it, guys.
You pass so many obstacles, up hills, down hills, throwing the bike, throwing yourself. Mechanical issues you have to fix by yourself.
Please, baby, please.
I like being on your own, fighting with yourself, fighting with the others.
They're gonna break us on day one. We ride 6 hours and then you go in something that no one's been able to ride.
Okay, cool. Sounds like fun.
Bit like masochistic?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like for sure.
I lost these 2 fingertips whilst riding. Let's take a look around and see what other scars I've accumulated over the years. This one on the outside of the knee was already there, but it got reopened. Quite a gruesome looking scar to this hand. I've rode injured probably more than I've rode uninjured since I turned professional. I know when I'm 100% the level I can be at.
Billy Bull, your first ever FIM hard enduro world champion.
Now, at the point I'm at in my life, I'm not interested unless I'm turning up to win. And I said, am I going to beat Manny in this condition? No. Go and get your leg fixed. Get healthy again and try and beat him.
I have one goal still, to win a championship. I've been fighting for that. But it's very complicated to be always in one level that you are happy, you are motivated. Yeah, it's very hard.
The goals are big. It'd be nice to make a career out of it. I still work a 9-to-5 job in the week. Not quite as lucky as some of the other riders riding all the time.
My Italian is good, bro. Io sono Matteo Verde, numero 47, molto veloce pilot.
Quanti anni hai?
Huh?
You look at Formula 1, MotoGP, Enduro GP, it's more of a cookie cutter. It's like the same format, but hard enduro that's so diverse.
We've got everything. Short 3-hour races to multi-day events. We put a race on anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter the terrain. We'll deal with it, we get on with it.
I'm Manny Lettenbichler. I'm 26 now. Sorry. It was my birthday last week, so all right. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. The most what I enjoy about hard enduro is this kind of adventure vibe. You're out there where you normally don't end up with a dirt bike. Like a sunrise riding the top in the middle of Romania, for example. But in a lot of races, it's just so hard and so gnarly that you're like just suffering all the time. This year is my 10th year in the sport, and I'm feeling pretty old actually.
Unbelievable. Lettenbichler, unapologetic and hungry as ever.
We're just getting really used to Manny putting on this absolute masterclass.
Well done, buddy. Just keep doing what you're doing, mate.
Clutch right around Bolt, and just like that, we have a lead change.
Manny, as soon as he got to the top, he just went to the next step. He didn't just level with the top guys. He went head, shoulders, waist above them.
You see his performances, his talent. The highlight for sure were the results. The titles.
Manuel Lettenbichler, your Ultimate World Enduro Champion for 2019.
La
last year. He looks so fresh sometimes after hard races. Then it makes also expectations because too good.
What happened last year, he delivered it, didn't he?
Can hardly hear yourself think here as Lettenbichler having some difficulty getting up, finding that traction.
Okay, there could still be a spoiler here. If Billy Bolt comes into the fray, if Manny can't get up here, and Billy does, wow, it's going to be a major, major upset for the books. This is going to come right down to the wire. Manny knows it. He knows Billy's right around the corner.
Lettenbichler knows what is at stake right now. The flawless, perfect season. Doing the impossible. The perfect season for Lettenbichler. A historic moment for Manuel Lettenbichler as well as the sport of hard enduro.
It's pretty hard to say, but yeah, perfect season. To win every race out of the calendar is something unique, and that's history, and history is in the books, and we just close it, you know? A lot of people think that I'm only training every day. But I like to come back home and just be a normal guy, yeah? I like to help my dad working on the house. We have such a good relationship. Like, he's more of like a friend and a good teacher. He used to be one of the best riders in the world also. I grew up with motorbikes. I got my first bike when I was 5 years old. But I wasn't really like a guy who always had this huge dream, I'm gonna be a hard enduro athlete one day. I wasn't really motivated at the beginning. We had like this huge horse farm, so I was riding way more horses than really riding bikes. Then I had 1 year, I only wanted to go free skiing and become a free ski pro. Had no plan until I was 16, and then I said, yeah, let's see, maybe we can get into the sport. All of a sudden, you're like getting better, getting more professional, you're getting more hunger of having better results.
Ich habe gesehen, dass der Manuel das Potenzial hat. Super entwickelt, würde ich jetzt mal sagen, von Anfang an. Er hat gleich mal durch seine Skills, haben wir zusammen trainiert. Durch die Downhill-Fahrerei ist er bergab auch schnell geworden und irgendwann war er halt einfach schneller.
And then on the final rock garden, son passes father.
So my dad, I overtook him in the last rock section. It was just an amazing race.
Habe ich mich super drüber gefreut und das war halt dann auch der Zeitpunkt, wo man sagt, okay, das war für mich das letzte Jahr und für ihn vielleicht eine tolle Karriere. Und ich habe mir es immer gern angeschaut. Ja, natürlich bin ich sehr, sehr stolz auf ihn und ja, man liebt ihn natürlich, gell, und macht's da.
Du kennst meinen Plan, wie letztes Jahr.
Wie letztes Jahr? Dein Plan?
Mein Plan?
Oh, okay, dann ist das mein Plan auch, oder?
Ja. Hört sich gut an.
Ja, die sagen.
Ja.
Hört sich.
Aber nur mal eine Perfect Season oder einfach eine Season? Eine gute?
Gute Season.
Eine gute Season
Easy.
reicht, oder? Klar, weil sonst haben wir ein Problem mit den anderen Fahrern.
plan is to be at the top and trying to be the guy who's gonna be unbeatable, but yeah, it's not easy. There's a lot of pressure. If you're on a high, if you're only winning all the time, it's quite hard for yourself if you're not gonna make it anymore.
I hope the peak still goes on, but you never know what's happening and you never know what's coming. Definitely not a young guy in the paddock anymore.
Welcome everyone to Eisenhower's Austria for the 28th running of Red Bull Erzberg Rodeo. The yearly pilgrimage back to this iron ore arena never disappoints.
Look around every direction you look, there's something, that you don't see every day happening. 100%, the sport would not be where it is today without this race.
Erzberg, it's the original showpiece. It's glamorous. It's got legends that surround it, and it's like the focal point of the season. It's huge crowds, crazy atmosphere.
This is a festival of madness. More than 1,300 entries at this race.
If you ask most riders if they wanted to win one hard enduro race, it's probably Erzberg.
Erzberg's like the benchmark for all the riders to set themselves, to sell themselves to sponsors. It is the main race of the year to show off what you can do and your potential for the future. And there's a few young junior guys coming through at the moment.
What are you doing? Testing the bike?
Once your bike's ready, you're testing it, and then they're preparing my bike and then testing it. I'll give you a countdown.
Sorry?
I'll give you a countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I'm Mitch Brightmore, 21 years old, from Buxton in the UK. I've only been in the sport like 3-4 years. I did motocross when I first started, that's what my dad was doing. But just a bit too scary for me. Did trials, won quite a few championships at that. We moved away from that after 10 years of trials, and here we are now. Thinking, yeah, let's have fun, ride some dirt bikes, see what happens, but now it's getting a bit more serious.
Mitch Brightmore is that hunt for the 2023 FIM Hard Enduro Junior World Championship title. Looking confident as ever. We've seen it throughout this season.
Mitch, what he achieved here in Hard Enduro the last 18 months, it's exceptional. And it shows what's possible. No one had Mitch on the radar 18 months ago.
It is official. The junior FIM World Hard Enduro champion is none other than Mitch Brightmore.
It was a pretty good year for me last year. Won 3 championships, the junior hard enduro, the super enduro, and then Italian championship. I honestly was speechless, like never thought I'd be able to keep everything together to win a championship. I would say I'm a semi-professional, as I've got pretty much a full-time job. I work with my dad as a builder, building houses and things like that. Through the week, go to work 9 to 5, and then after work, get out on the bike, try and find the time to go riding, which is not very often. And then at the weekends, if there's a race, we go to the race or train. and then back to work in the week.
Then just bed it up a bit more. Yeah, we have a good relationship. It's a family thing, I suppose. You know, got to earn the money to go racing, so this is what we do.
It's not easy, but for the love of the sport, wanting to be better, you have to do these things. So, yeah, it gets done. Mum and Dad, they work hard to fund our season, and also the team. It wouldn't be possible without them, really. I've been with the team 2 years now. They try and bring the youth through and then get them onto the factory teams.
Mitch, we know he has capabilities, he has something special, technique and also mentally really strong. Our goal as a team, we want to give you the possibility to be a work this sport. There are not so many people that work in this sport, you know, and they are the factory riders. All the others need to invest a lot of budget. Everyone wants to be on the KTM group. So the goal is that if Mitch can reach that level, so this passion can become a work for him, we did our job.
Would have been nice to make a career out of it, win many championships. But you need the results first to prove what rider you are, show to a team you're worthy. And then I think more time comes where you can concentrate more on the riding, forget about the work. I am now in the Junior Championship, but also in the Prestige Championship to see where I pair against the big guys. I'm aiming to be top 5.
To get into that top 5 is like a massive step. And for Mitch, Erzberg's so important.
For an upcoming guy like Mitch, it's super important to perform good at Red Bull Erzberg. We could see so many guys, you know, who did good. In the following year, they had like a factory contract. It's a pretty crucial race where careers can be founded.
Welcome to the most punishing and the most intense hard enduro race in the world.
You can feel it. It is electric. It is a palpable, volatile atmosphere.
The start line of Erzberg, it's such a nerve-wracking experience. And they get you down so early before the start, hanging around, talking to your competitors. So much action going on. There's base jumpers, planes, helicopters flying around. Getting more nervous, the anticipation's building, you just need a good start.
Most important thing is to get off the start line fresh and get out and head off into the first slippery woods in France. There's a couple of gnarly sections there and the leader is going to be able to pull a little bit of time.
The question on everyone's lips at the moment is how on earth anyone can beat Manny Lettenbichler.
Needs to get out the quarry as close as possible. You know, he rides the early part this race so well. Pressure him and just try and get some kind of mistake from him. When that mistake comes, run for the hills and try and stay ahead of him till the finish line.
I won the 2 previous years at Red Bull Erzberg and everybody's just expecting you to win. I could really feel that so many fans came out because of myself.
He has a lot of pressure,
It's coming also from the responsibility that you have so many people that is working for the goal that we win everything.
Turn off all the engines! Alle Motoren auf!
Before the race, you should be nervous. If somebody's not nervous before a race, there is something wrong.
The start of the race is dangerous. It's dusty. You're getting covered in rocks.
It's a pretty wild ride from the get-go. The guy drops the flag, and then 50 guys set off.
I'm not sure which rider it was, but he's jump-started. But they didn't red flag it. And it goes like a chain reaction.
Well, we got a bunch up there and money that is stuck there against the Red Bull cans.
I was second last around the first corner. I was like, oh man, this is not going well. Red Bull Erzberger Rio is the hardest race from like a one-day event. 500 is going into the main race and 10 to 15 people are finishing it.
I've done Erzberg 2 times. I didn't quite get to the finish the first year. But did get a finish on the second year. I had like maybe a minute left of the time.
There's a lot of challenges throughout, 27 checkpoints. All bottled in that 4-hour time limit.
There's so much happening. You go on this roller coaster ride of just ultra condensed hard enduro just jammed into like one spot.
Okay, the chaos.
It is a full-on sprint within that 4 hours.
I think it has to be a sprint for these front guys. You know, the intensity is so high. You can't afford to lose ground, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to burn yourself out.
I pushed so hard to be in front. Tried to don't make any mistakes. To be the smoothest guy out there and the most clever guy.
We've got a KTM in second. I've got a good feeling it's going to be money. He's so good in them early. Yeah, it is. He's made some good moves in the early stages.
Wow.
There he goes.
And with that, completely unfazed.
Is that going to be it, gentlemen? Well, I don't know. He's not headed into being 3 times in a row winner for no reason at all.
Manny gains time on all the riders. He just flows like a river through a valley, and he doesn't burn any energy doing that. So good with his energy conservation.
Racing, you really have to fight yourself and really dig deep. I'm pushing myself 100% and I'm really giving my best. But I also had to learn how much I can go onto my personal limit. And this was a learning curve which every rider has to do, and what a really good athlete is changing compared to like a upcoming rider.
I see Mitch Bratmore now clawing away. Oh, I really feel his pain at the moment.
Oh.
It's been raining so much here that I think it's going to be really, really treacherous. It's wet, sloppy in the forest.
People saying it's probably the hardest one. There's ever been. Into the forest, everything's quite exposed, and then when it rains, there's not much grip. There's mud flying everywhere. You just have to try and manage the situation as well as you can and get through it, get out of there, and then crack on. It's a very intense, high-paced race. It gets harder and harder as you progress.
For those that are new to Red Bull Arisberg Rodeo, this is Carl's dinner. It gets that much more savage, bloodthirsty. Just a ruthless, ruthless route through these rocks.
I think Mitch Bridemore is in a promising spot. He's hungry to make a name for himself here on the biggest stage.
Arisberg probably suits me the best, a real technical race. I just love the ride you go through, you know, suffering, pain, yeah, it's just sick. I'd love a podium. At every race I'd love a podium, but to be on the podium at Arisberg, you know, with the top guys, it'd be pretty crazy.
This is going to be a longer Arisberg than we've had in recent years.
Yeah, I agree. And that's when the stamina and the fitness is going to come in. The less mistakes you make, the stronger you're going to be towards the end.
Mitch, he knows how to get through all these tricky sections, but I think it's just pushing that bit harder in between those tricky sections, but in a relaxed way that you're not burning any more energy.
I like the speed. I can do pretty much everything everyone else does. It's just the overall speed that everyone does it at.
He's losing time in places, not pushing as hard as he should be on the smoother bits between the hard stuff. Where Manny's like, gets a gap and then sorts himself out, settles in.
Here we are, into Motorex Highway.
All right, so Manny had a 15-minute lead. He's not going to know that he's got a lead. If he did, he would possibly slow down and just manage himself a little bit better. Well, the amount of water we've had down here in the last 2 days, I'm going to be very interested to see what this looks like.
Motorex Highway, I think, is a pretty good example how difficult and